Alright, here we go with the next episode. I'm really going to try to keep this intro short because I've been long-winded. My outro's even been long. Jesus, man. Editing this is going to be a bitch. We're going on one. It takes how long it takes. 3, 2, 1. I have goals. Like, I want to have... my goal will be short intros, but whatever happens, happens, man. It is what it is. There we go. I think we're in line now. Well, this team's going to be in big trouble. At least there's 5 of them now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, you're going back on my shit list. She had a full episode. You know, in that entire episode, she didn't mention food one time. Wasn't that awesome? Yeah, no shit. Unbelievable. Yeah. Wine, wine, wine. I forgot that's what, with all the drama fighting each other, I forgot we're going towards the snake stage. I wonder if Orochimaru has plans with this stage. Wants to draw him out or something, you know? The mist seems to suggest that, that's for damn sure. Wait, is this a frog? Is he gonna be a frog? I forgot about the nature sage or whatever the hell he was. He was a frog. A toad or whatever. Don't if this snake sage better not be an actual snake. That's gonna be hilarious. Rather than being a toad, he'd be a snake, wouldn't he? They're like snake prints. Wait a minute, that's not good. Huh. We do seek it, right? Yeah. Hey, there was a band called White Snake. This would have been a lot funnier back then, you know, whenever this first came out. They're not snakes. Very creepy. Oh, Jesus Christ, they are snakes. Kind of. Nothing good. Yeah, you son of a bitch. Unbelievable. You're gonna get us killed. Hey, I think we're here, guys. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I think we're here. Great. Me neither, to be honest. Creepy door opens. Yeah. She reminds me of Bo Hancock. It's a cave? Huh. Interesting. It reminds me of one of the things I do that has nothing to do with what I do, which is I'm obsessed with missing person cases. So I watch all the YouTube videos. I might read up on them. The only thing I haven't done is read books about them, but I've done like everything else as far as podcasts and articles and the original news articles and then videos and all that stuff. So one of the famous missing person cases, this guy was up somewhere up north and he was off the beaten track and his car went into a ditch, and so he's trying to walk. He thinks he knows where he is, but he doesn't know where he is. So he thinks there's a town ahead of him, right? So he starts walking that way, and then he just vanishes. And so they think what happened was because he was on the phone talking to somebody, and he said, "I see the lights of the town ahead of me, so I'm walking towards the lights of the town." And then he just vanished. Well, it turned out where they found his car was not where he thought he told him he was. It's not where he thought he was. So he wasn't walking towards the town. He's just walking towards the farm. And so people are like, "Well, why would he think a farm's a town?" But the thing is, when you're walking in the dark at night, a farm can look like a town. It can be lit up and there's lights all over the place and all the various configurations and various different elevations and stuff like that. It'll look like a town from a distance. So you'll feel like you're walking towards a town. You're walking to the middle of nowhere, man. There's nobody out there, and there's all these dangerous things you can fall into, crevices and stuff. So that's kind of what this reminded me. For a second, you saw the lights. It's like lights may not be inviting. Lights can lead you to your death, even if we're not talking about fairies or supernatural shit, right? So, which we are here. That's what this reminded me of, though. You got to be wary of that shit, man. Because when we're lost and in the dark, lights can feel like home, and it may not be. Ask a moth to the flame, right? It looks like a casino. course he would fold immediately, right? I don't know, man. That's what we need. He's an actual snake. It takes 3 days to get him out from the cave. I don't know, man. That's how they get you. It's like this. They're like fairy. If you go to the fairy world and you eat the food, you just have to stay there forever. Yeah, man. This ain't legit. You can never leave. If you eat, you can never leave. Enjoy staying here forever. These are two dumbest members of the team. You're supposed to be smart. Don't fall for it. Are you shitting me? You got to remember, even a very, very smart 12-year-old is still an idiot. I'm not trying to hate on old people or young people. She's trapped, man. You're trapped forever. Damn. Are those rice balls? Now I'm getting hungry. That's what they all say. We never said anything about Mitsuki. Did we? Did we say anything about Mitsuki? Because I don't think we did, unless it happened, during the cut. Yeah. Yeah. How'd you know about that, like I said? Well, it's the jungle internet. We can read your mind. One bite and that's it. Okay, gotcha. This is like the land of the fairy, man. This is what it always it always changes too, right? It looks disgusting in real life. Yeah. Okay. Classic fairies. I wasn't really expecting to go full fairy in Japanese, in a Japanese story, because this is Eastern mythology, right? So back off. Quit. Speaking of narcs, quit snitching me out. Let's pretend they succumbed. Boy, she's about to murk you, Beth. But I wasn't expecting like Eastern fairy mythology to make its way to the Japanese story. I guess the author takes from all over the world, right? Probably. There's probably some African mythology tribe iconography, or just he probably pulls from there too. And I'm saying, what other distinctly different mythologies are there? Probably Central Asia. I'm really not familiar with Indian mythology, but like something from there, maybe. I don't know shit about that. You idiots. If I was to rank the mythologies I'm most knowledgeable of, it'd be Greek and Roman number one off the top, right? And then other Eastern European, mythologies would be number two. Japanese mythology would be number three because I've just had a lot of exposure to stories. A little bit of African mythology, like a small bit. Some Indonesian mythology, just a little bit of that. And then jack shit from India. Other than like Shiva the Destroyer, I couldn't even tell you anything. Other than a couple names is all I know. That's about it, right? So like, they could be drawing inspiration from a lot of those things, and I would think it's their own original shit, you know. Well, this is a test, man, and I always sucked at geometry tests. Oh yeah, well it looks like that's what you're supposed to do, but should you? They all fit, right? Square peg, round hole. Nah, it fits. You only put in one, man. You got to keep going. God damn, man! Jump scare much? That almost got me. That shit almost scared me. If they'd done a sharp sound, I would have been scared. That was good. That was a good jump cut. Boy, this ain't good. But what about if you do get it wrong? Look at it. It's always a trick. You can't believe somebody who says they're honest. Uh, I guess it's better than violence. I don't know, man. Yeah, see, no, this is a trick. Yeah, it's too simple. There's something to it. Yeah. Oh, great. They're all creepy. I bet the holes in the rocks never end. So you just do that until you pass out, right? There's a trick to this about it. It's just too simple. See? Like I said, square peg, round hole. Yeah, man. The holes never end, I bet. You can't trust any of this shit. You know what those look like? They look like Lucky Charms. Those little marshmallows. F you. You need to find two stones, right? It's not just one, it's two. He brought them all over here. Two stones. Oh, boy, that's not good. What an asshole. F the power. Humans suck is our point. What a noble cause. Well, I'm still going to kill you. He says to a rock. Well, I go sleepy die now. Because if you go sleepy, you go die. That's for goddamn sure. I bet it's two. Wait, no, he does have it. When did he get that? Shit. Say. Nicely played. Shut up. Well, you can break a stone. Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Thank you. Because he's not a moron. I like it. I don't know if I would have thought of that. This is going to be a good journey of discovery for him. He's going to learn things about himself. We just want you to fail. I wonder what tests the others had to do. Oh, shit. Damn, right for the neck, man. Right for the neck. God damn. That wasn't nice. That ain't fair, man. So what is this trial? To make you think you're gonna die so you quit? You already did, man. No, this is bullshit, man. You can't just bite me in the throat like that. I like how he's talking shit about not getting eaten. Oh, great. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is how they get you. Boy, he's dead as hell. This is gonna work, man. F you. Hey, Snake, can you help me out here, buddy? I'm surprised Shikadai was last, considering he's probably the closest to Shikadai of the four of them, right? Exactly. You suck. He became a One Piece fan. He crossed over to One Piece. Y'all some assholes. Look, man. Shut out the negativity. What is it we're always saying? Cut it. I don't listen to my haters. Shut out the negativity. I only hear positivity. That's what you got to do here, right? But we know you didn't understand, though, don't we? Don't we? We know that. Man, he is so screwed. He's going to listen to his doubts. He's definitely somebody who listens to his haters. You know what I'm saying? I like how they're all slowly turning into. I like, because this is character design, right? Because they're slowly morphing them into the snakes. I love that, man. You take the character design we're so familiar with and start morphing into snakes. It's good shit. But I don't care about that. Yeah. Yeah. So, kiss my ass. My neck still hurts. Dick. She bit the hell out of me, man. So it's 3 trials. I wonder what happened with the rest of them. Now that jump scare didn't get me. The other one where she was right behind the shoulder, that got me. Yeah, I better feel normal, you dick. That shit hurt, man. She went, ha! I like when they switch to snake talk. Just let me pass. I'm too arrogant for that. What? They already passed the trials? You were the last one. They already passed. It took you forever. Yeah, mind your own business. Oh, they didn't have to pass the trials. They were knocked out and brought here. Okay. He's the only one that had to pass the trials because he's the leader. I would have identified she could die as a leader, but maybe he's a she could die has doubts, right? We'll talk about it at the end. Ooh, I like that shot. So, White Snake, we heard your music. You're great. Very creepy. What do you mean, why you? F that dude. He sent them on a mission for a reason. I like her. Well, we haven't abandoned everything. Just read my damn snake. Read the damn snake. Not me more than the others, though. I know things. I just don't know the shit you want. Yes, thank you. Oh, great. I'm not massaging your feet. Oh, Jesus Christ. Another side quest. Shut up, coward. Exactly. I see. Another side quest. Oh, great. I like her voiceover actor. Very creepy. She's giving me, evil grandma. Never make a bet you can't pay. Great. Never make a bet you can't pay. That you're gonna regret that, evil granny. We've already got Granny Senande. Now this is evil granny. Speaking of One Piece, there was a one character on there they called Monster Granny because she looked ugly. Very mean. So why is Boruto identified by the cave as the leader? Shikadaya has more intelligence and more leadership qualities, tactical and strategic awareness, and the ability to just scheme things out and actually these are the order, the Captain America type essentially. But Captain America wasn't really the leader of the Avengers, was he? That was Tony. Meanwhile, you've got Sarada, who has the ambition and the drive, the focus, and the strong moral character of what's right and what's wrong. Very good leadership qualities to her. The other two, Chocho and Inajin, like no leadership qualities whatsoever. They're followers. But those two are good leaders. So you have three that could be identified as a leader. What makes Boruto a leader, besides the fact that he's like, we're doing this, he'll be the one to say we're doing this, nothing's going to stop me, and the other people are like, well, I guess we better help him. That's leadership. That is leadership, right? The other quality he has is people want to help him. He motivates people to follow him. Sometimes it's like by putting himself in danger. Sometimes it's by convincing him. Sometimes it's just with friendship. Sometimes it's by example. Look, I believe in this person, and I'll do anything to help him, just like he did with the evil girl back in the... People are saying that's a filler arc. But evil chick, he didn't want to give up on her. Same thing here. He's not going to give up on Misky. He wouldn't give up on any of you. And so if you're in trouble, and everybody thinks you suck, and they think you're evil, and you turn coat, he'll be the one person who believes in you and will come and get you. That's inspirational. The other people don't have those qualities. He just has that it factor. It's hard to identify. It's hard to nail down. But I think the cave obviously identified the correct person. Because it had one special trial for the leader, and the lives of the other four hung in the balance based on what he did, apparently. That's what I'm reading there. None of them talked about them having to go through trials, and they were laying there just unconscious, right? So it seems like they didn't have to go through trials. They were whisked away and brought there, and whatever happened to him was going to happen to everybody else. So, fortunately for everybody concerned, he made it through, right? But, yeah, that could have been dicey. So, I just think that's interesting that Cave identified him as the leader. When you have two other people he could have been identified as leader, but he is the most complete, well-rounded leader. And here's the thing, too. He's the leader that keeps everybody together, keeps them on mission, on task. This is what we should do. But then he'll have Shikadai for the tactical shit, and he'll have Sarda for just the ambition and the right sense of right and wrong and all this stuff. And so those are two really good lieutenants to have with you as a leader, because you can't just lead by themselves. You have to have lieutenants that are really with you, that complement your skill set. You don't necessarily want them to duplicate your skill set. You want them to complement your skill set. So, yeah. So this is a great team just for that alone, right? But yeah, I think the K made the right decision. And the show's named after him. But I'm just saying, you can't just have a show named after you and you be awesome. A lot of times the main characters suck. People hate main characters. The main character in Twilight sucks ass. Just because you're main character don't mean you're the best character, the most interesting character. In this case, the show's making a good case for him being both the best and the most interesting.